Good afternoon, Rancho Verde High School. This is Mr. Langston coming at you. Today is October 12th, 2017, and it is a special lesson because I'm doing this for some young ladies who are right now rocking it for the Rancho Verde High School volleyball team, and they requested that I do the video for them on the lesson that they missed. So, ladies, you got your request. What I have is the warm-up. First thing I have, m equals 1, and I gave you a point of 4, -6, and I want you to put it into point slope form. So I have point slope form written here, y minus y1 equals m times the quantity of x minus x1. Normally you'd write the equation first, but I already wrote it for you. Second thing you do, you label your points. And now from there, what you're going to do is just plug them in. But before you do that, write your skeleton. And when I say the skeleton, I just mean the frame that you're going to plug them into. So what I have is this, and I'm going to change the colors. So x1 is 4, right here. y1's -6, right here, sir. And we got 1. So I got y minus a -6. Well, a double negative becomes a positive. It's like the little vampire stakes. So y plus 6 equals 1 times the quantity of x minus 4. And there you go. It's done. Here, we got to put it into point slope form. So I write my point slope equation. Y minus y1 equals m x minus x1. And now from here, I'm going to plug, or not plug in, but I'm going to make my skeleton. Y minus equals x minus. I'm going to label my point here. It's always important, x1, y1. And now I'm going to plug it in. So 3, 4/3, 3. Nothing I can simplify here, nothing I can simplify here. Why did I put 4/4? I have no idea because the slope is 4/3. And there you go. Now when you enter this into haiku, it's going to look more like this. Because I have a fraction here, I need to put it inside parentheses. So it'll look like that. So standard form of a linear equation is in the form of ax plus by equals c. Now, a, b, and c, those are just coefficient numbers, but what you need to know is they are not fractions. They're also not decimals. They need to be integer numbers. And what I mean by integer numbers, like -3, 4, 100, anything like that. So for example, it's a perfect example of ax plus by equals c. I got -3x plus 4y equals -1. My a is -3. My b is 4, and my c is -1. Now, we're going to have some questions like, for example, I got y equals 3x minus 4. Beautiful slope-intercept form. We need to put it into standard form. And again, standard form is ax plus by equals c. So writing it down, y equals 3x minus 4. Well, my y is okay. Here, let me actually just match it, and let me rewrite it so it's directly under. Y equals 3x minus 4. So I got the equal sign directly one over the other. My y is perfectly fine. I can already tell y is in position. My c, it would be great if I had it over here, but the problem is this x is kind of in the way. So I need to get rid of this 3x. So what I will do is I will take and do the inverse operation. This is a positive 3x, so I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides. So when I subtract 3x, this cancels. And I have -3x plus y equals, and I'm just going to bring this -4 over. So -4. Now I can tell my A is -3. My B is just 1. And my C is -4. It's in standard form. Let's take this one here. I got y equals 1/2 x minus 4. Well, I'll rewrite it here. A couple ways we can do this. One way is let's get this 1/2 x over on this side. So I'm actually going to do it both ways to show you what I'm talking about. I can take and subtract 1/2 x from both sides. That cancels out. I'll end up with -1/2 x plus y equals -4. And now to get rid of this 1/2, because remember, like I told you, these numbers, A, B, and C, they cannot be fractions and they cannot be decimals. They need to be integer numbers like -3, 4, 100, 77, something like that. So I need to get rid of this fraction. To get rid of this fraction, what you are going to do is take the denominator, take the bottom number of the fraction, which is 2. And I'm going to multiply every single term by 2. When I do that, for the one that had the fraction, and I'm just kind of getting this out of here so it doesn't look cluttered. For the one that has the fraction, the 2's cancel out. And what you do is you take the top, and also if there's a negative, the negative with it, you take the top, the numerator, and that becomes your new coefficient for x. So the number in front of x is going to be -1x plus 2y equals -8. And now I got it in ax plus by equals c. So it's already in standard form. Another way I can do this is instead of subtracting 1/2 x first, I could keep the 1/2 x there and I can get rid of the fraction first. And by getting rid of the fraction, it's the same process. You still look at the the denominator of the fraction, the bottom number of the fraction, which is 2, and everything gets multiplied by 2. So I have 2 times y, that's just 2y. 2 times 1/2, just like the last problem, the 2's cancel out. And my numerator is my new coefficient. So in this case, 1x minus 8. And now I can move my x over to the other side, minus 1x. Minus 1x. That'll cancel out. So I have -1x plus 2y equals -8, just like the last one we did. So I have y equals -3/4 x minus 2. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to clear the fraction first. I'm going to get rid of the fraction. The denominator is 4. So everything gets multiplied by 4. So I have 4y Where I have my fraction, the 4's top and bottom cancel out. So you're left with your new coefficient for x is going to be -3 minus 8. I have y plus 9 equals -3 times the quantity of x minus 2. I'm just lining up the equal signs so you can kind of see. So I've got to make this look like ax plus by equals c. First thing I'm going to do, distribute the -3. So I have -3x plus 6, because I have -3 times a -2, positive 6. So I got y plus 9 equals -3x plus 6. I'm going to move this 9 over. Let's get it over to the other side, because I want my numbers over here and my variables on the left. So I'm going to say -9 minus 9. That cancels. I have y equals -3x positive 6 minus 9 minus 3. And now I'm going to move the x over because I need an x spot right here. So I'm going to say plus 3x plus 3x. That cancels. So I got 3x. Ooh. Sorry. 3x plus y equals, and in this case, -3. And there you go. Okay, so I posted everybody's homework assignment. Sorry that I posted it late, but I did post everybody's homework assignment at around 4 o'clock, so it should be up there and available. And that's the end of my lesson. So lady volleyball players, I hope you rocked it. And please, please, please do your homework. All right. Take care. I hope everybody has a great day. And I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out. Bye.